Alright, hey guys. A little bit of update on what's been going on with me the last couple of days. Um, so last week, okay. So a little bit of update on what's been up with me in the last couple of days, and today is Civil War football game day. So we'll talk about Civil War stuff here in a little bit. But an update on I got my beaver gear on today, my hat, everything, but even got on some black pants. You see, I got black pants. I got my shoes. Check out my shoes. See, yeah. All right. Anyways, orange black shoes. All right. Got socks. Good socks. See that? Yeah. Alright. That's what I'm rocking today. Later today, maybe I'll head on down to Buffalo Wild Wings. Got $10 off on a $20 purchase for Buffalo Wild Wings. So, anyways, yeah. So let me get to the update on what's been going on with me. If you notice, here we're in a little bit different setting. Because at my apartment last week they found bed bugs in my apartment, and apparently it's so bad that we had to call an exterminator, and we're gonna have to pay like $600. So Tuesday, my dad calls me up and he's like, "All right, this is what's gonna happen. We're gonna get an air mattress. They're gonna get rid of your old mattress. They're gonna get rid of your easy chair." And I was surprised that I didn't have to get rid of my office chair. But anyways, and they're gonna put the chemicals in your room to kill all the bed bugs. If I can talk this early in the morning, it's 31 after 9. Anyways, so that was the original plan. And he was like, "Carrie, I strongly suggest that you take a day off, a sick day." This was Wednesday, Thanksgiving Eve. It's now Friday, Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. Anyways, so that was the original plan. I was going to stay there while they did the chemicals on an air mattress and everything, because he's like, there's no point in getting a new mattress until we know for sure that your old that all the bed bugs are gone. Anyways, so that was the original plan. And I didn't take a sick day on Wednesday. I went to work. If it was any other day, any other month, probably any other year, I would have done it. But since in October my check was light. My paycheck was light because I took 2 weeks of bereavement time, and I only ended up working 4 days that month because I worked 2 days, or I worked 3 days in the beginning and 4, I don't know, but I didn't work as much as I could last month. Um, so I was making sure this month that I worked as many days as I could. And if I didn't work, see, what I did was I worked on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And if I didn't work Monday, I would have only had 2 work days. Normally, I work 4 days a week. So right there, if I don't work on Monday, the week of Thanksgiving, I'm selling myself short. Way short. So it's better for me to come in and work Monday and work 3 days that week instead of only working 2 days that week. That, and I'd already promised the guys I was bringing in Oreos. So I get off work on Wednesday, and my dad calls me up and he's like, "Hey, Gary, where are you? I thought you were going to take the day off and everything." And I'm like, "Well, when you called me last night, it was kind of too late to do that." And he's like, "Well," this was the hypothetical scenario that he immediately jumped to. He's like, "Well, Carrie, if, if you'd have woken up puking buckets or diarrhea out your rear end, you would have called in sick or taken that sick day. Next time if I ask you to do something, you do something." Hangs up the phone. And so he was kind of frustrated with me. And anyways, I get back home, and I didn't hear from him until 2 o'clock. And I didn't hear from the apartment lady until like 2 o'clock. And she's like, "Well, you can go up to your apartment. putting any chemicals in yet. And my dad called me up and he's like, yeah, go up to the apartment, get 5 days of clothes, 5 shirts, 5 pants, 5 underwear, 5 socks, put together a toiletry kit, put it all in a bag. Apparently that's what he said. I didn't hear the last part, so I put it in. I mean, he was talking about putting it in a nice plastic bag. I didn't hear that part. I just heard put it in a bag. Okay, so I got it all in a bag, and he was like, oh no, you need to put it in a plastic bag. So I put it all in a plastic bag, and we got out here to a Motel 6, got checked in, and we got laundry detergent and Bounce, some soda, some chips, got my chips. We got pizza at Little Caesars, and there's no refrigerator in here, there's no microwave or anything like that. It is non-smoking though, which is a bonus. But anyways, yeah, so I'm here until Monday. So yeah, this bed bug problem is really none of my fault. Who knows where I picked them up. But this is the Motel 6 on Hawthorne Avenue. It's pretty nice. I mean, from the outside, it looks like it's old as heck. But the inside, they really did a nice job on that. We'll take you around and show you around on the inside. So, here is, can you see that? There's the room. It's pretty nice. And I got my orange soda over here. See that? Got my orange soda. The ice bucket. There is an ice machine and some other vending machines. But they got a nice TV. See, they got the Today Show and a nice dresser. 2 beds. I've only been using this one. Nice shower. These lights are funny. I'm always wanting to go for this one when I want the bathroom, but it's this one. And then this is over here, your vanity. So, and there's the shower and your toilet. See? Anyways, there's that. I know I'm doing all kinds of crazy things because I got my tablet here, and so I did laundry on Wednesday, and my dad's like, "No, make sure that you run it through the dryer twice because what's gonna kill them is the heat." And he gave me this little jar full of $8 worth of quarters. The first time I run out, at the bottom, there was 1 Canadian quarter. The darn machine won't take it. Not in Canada. What the heck is this? So I go into the lady. My dad gave me some money. He gave me $100, and he gave it all to me in 20s. So I go in there, and I got in the office, because they don't have a change machine. The guy told us that it's $1.25 to wash and $1 to dry. And when you need quarters, I'm your change machine. Oh, by the way, the guy that checked us in, his name happens to be Dave. We kind of chuckled about that, like, oh yeah, my dad's name is Dave. Alright, that would be easy to remember. And so I go in there, I got my $20 bill, and this other lady was in there, not the guy that checked us in. And I was like, how many quarters can I get? What can I do? And she's like, well, the banks aren't open tomorrow on Thursday. Thanksgiving and all. I'm like, oh, yeah? And she's like, well, so right now all I can do is I can give you $5 worth of quarters. Give you $5 at a time. Alright, so she counts out $5 worth of quarters, takes my 20, gives me $15 in change. Alright, so I go back and I'm finishing doing my laundry and whatnot. Sure enough, I run out of quarters again. I go back. I got two $5 bills now. Because 5 and 5 is 10. 5 ones, 15. So I got my two $5 bills, and Dave is in there. Dave is sitting at the desk. Because Motel 6, they always have somebody at the office. We'll leave the light on for you, right? So I go in there, I got my two $5 bills, and I'm like, hey, Dave, can I get some quarters? I got two $5 bills right here. And he's like, yeah, sure, you want $10 worth of quarters? Alright, yeah, sure. Goes over, opens the other change drawer, because they have two computers, two check-in desks, and he's like, pulls out a roll of quarters. Sure, no problem, here you go, Carrie, have a good day. You're gonna have really clean clothes, alright? I'll go back to doing what I'm doing. Haven't really run out of quarters yet, so that's good. But we got all that taken care of. Been doing great. Anyways, I went to breakfast yesterday with my Uncle Derek and his new girlfriend, Christy Ann, and who, by the way, used to work at the hospice house that my grandma was staying in before she died. And he went to church with her and then went to coffee, and she got fired for hanging out with him because you're not supposed to, hang out with client family members. But they've hit it off. They are drunk in love, as the song goes. She's got two dogs. She has two kids. One of them lives here in Oregon. The other one lives in Alaska. And she has a dog, two dogs. I mentioned that, and a cat. And she lives in Kaiser, actually. And she found work at a friend's place. And anyways, so she plans on still being a nurse. So Derek is here packing up stuff from Grandma's house, and he's gonna take Grandma's red Cadillac, and they got a trailer and a truck, I guess, but Christy Ann is gonna move to Las Vegas with Uncle Derek. Oh, I don't know. We'll see where it's gonna go. I guess I should be happy for them. Everybody wants to find that perfect someone in their life, and you should be happy for them when they do. Hopefully it is. I don't know. I don't know how serious it is, but anyways, yeah. Last Saturday, we went to the Evergreen Aviation and Space Museum. That was really cool. I'd never been to the Space Museum. We watched a movie on their big screen TV, huge. Took up this whole room, and simulators, tons of fun. We probably stayed there 8 hours, and then we had lunch in McMinnville at Friendsview with Beverly Horder. No, not lunch, dinner. Because we spent the whole day there, 8 hours. And then, oh my goodness, we went to downtown McMinnville, I think, and went to a McMinimans property. I think they called it Hotel Oregon. Anyways, they have like 3 bars in this place. There's 2 bars off to either side of the entrance. Then there's a basement bar. Then there's a rooftop bar. So they're like, oh, we want to go check out the rooftop bar. Alright. We gotta climb up the stairs because this is a freaking like 1800s home or apartment or building, whatever, a hotel. They restored it. They do all kinds of things, And so we get up there. We have a couple of drinks. And Derek has a passport for McMinimans, and you gotta go to every McMinimans location, get it stamped, and there's things that they call experiences. Like if you go to one of their breweries or one of their wineries, you have a wine sampler or you have a beer sampler, and you fill the thing out and you get free sandwiches and free drinks. And whenever you finish completing it at the end of that year, you turn it in and you get to go to this fancy schmancy party and rub elbows with Mr. McMiniman, the CEO of McMiniman's Brewery and all that. And anyways, Derek loves McMenamins because he's like, every McMenamins is different. And that's what I like about it. He's like, yeah, we got bars in Las Vegas, but he's like, after a while, if you've been to one, you've been to all of them. He's like, out here, we really got the craft beer culture. We don't have that out in Las Vegas. He's like, it's all the same. It's Bud Light, Budweiser, Miller, Busch, Pabst, But he's like, when I come out here and I got the place that has like 7, 8, 10 beers on tap, he's like, hey, I'm going to take my time, sample a little bit of this, sample a little bit of that, find the right one that I want, Anyways, so we got stamped on his passport, and I remember we didn't go into the water park, but apparently also there at the Evergreen Aviation Museum, they have a non-denominational chapel, and you can get married there, or go for a Sunday service, whatever non-denominational means, I don't know. Anyways, so, oh yeah, I remember about the water park that we didn't go there because it's not the right time of year, but I remember that a few years ago, I think that went bankrupt. And then I was talking with Sarah yesterday, where she overheard me talking about it. She's like, no. And the thing is that the whole thing went bankrupt. But now apparently, they've worked their way out of it, and they're open every day except like Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, and Easter. Anyways, but yeah. And then they went to church on Sunday, and I went to church on Sunday, but they didn't tell me they were going to church on Sunday. I got all set up with the church ride program, and I went. And then we saw them, and I'm like, what the heck? You didn't tell me you were coming to church. Well, this lady he's with is very religious, and, like, no shellfish. She's like, if it's got scales on it, it's okay, but no bottom feeders. I saw a thing on the news this morning that a guy down in Florida trained his black lab how to dive for crab. Bring it back up. It's pretty amazing. You gotta go look that up. Anyways, so we'd kind of been talking about Derek coming over to my dad's house for Thanksgiving. My dad was kind of mad at me that I didn't take Wednesday off. He's like, I learned in the Navy that if you ask someone to do something, it's better than telling them to do something. Well, those things don't always work. But anyways, he's not mad at me anymore. He says, I'm just more frustrated with the situation. And I don't blame you or anything. Anyways. So, yeah, we'd kind of loosely talked about Derek coming to Thanksgiving dinner. Apparently, my dad talked to him last night, or Wednesday night. I talked to him on Wednesday night, too. He didn't give me any signals that he was going to show up. But apparently he gave my dad signals that he was going to show up. But he told me, like, when we went to breakfast at Elmer's, him, me, Derek, and Christy Ann, that they were going to spend part of the day in Portland. So I told my dad that, and he's like, oh, well, he said he was coming out here for dinner, Thanksgiving dinner. Talked to him last night. I was like, oh, okay, all right, well. So, 2, 3 o'clock rolls around, and Derek calls me up, and he's like, hey, we're coming out for dinner. You had dinner yet? No, we haven't had dinner yet. Alright, we'll let everybody know I'm coming. Alright, so, and it was a good feast. We had the turkey, we had the mashed taters, we had sweet taters, I think, we had gravy, and cranberry sauce, and cranberry relish. Oh, love that cranberry relish. And a green salad. I know that sounds kind of weird, but let's see. Turkey. Oh, we had the We had a Jello salad that my dad likes and I like. Karya likes it, but nobody else likes it. Nobody else wants to touch it with a 10-foot pole, but that's okay, because that means there's more for me, there's more for my dad, and there's more for Karya. And yeah, this is a salad, it's got Jello and it's got cottage cheese. Oh, I know it sounds gross, and sometimes you put cherries in it, you put nuts in it, and you put pineapple in it. Oh my goodness. I know it sounds weird and gross, and I know it probably looks gross, but 2 thumbs up. A number 1. And stuffing, we had stuffing, of course, stuffing. And so anyways, they had a thing on the Today Show yesterday that number 1 side dishes all across the country, big map. Number 1 side dish in Florida is macaroni and cheese. You go up to the Great Lakes, the number 1 side dish is squash. Down south, your side dish is mashed taters and gravy. But you come over to the West Coast, and your number 1 side dish is a green salad. We're talking like lettuce and what have you. And it's like, what the heck? Who brings a green salad for Thanksgiving? Thanksgiving's not about being healthy. Thanksgiving is your big cheat day. You cheat. You just go all out. You're opening the top loop of your belt, or you're opening the buttons, and this that all hang out. But we did have a green salad. Funny enough, it was kale and nuts and apples, and my dad's like, I don't even want to touch that with a 10-foot pole. But I had some of it with some salad dressing, make it go down real good. The apples in there, the nuts in there. Now, unfortunately, since I don't have a refrigerator here or a microwave, I can't enjoy those nice Thanksgiving leftovers. But maybe there'll still be some around on Monday, and I can get some on Monday. I don't know. But anyways, we had pie. So we had pumpkin pie. We had mixed berry pie from the Willamette Valley Fruit Company. We had an ice cream pie that Sarah made. She's like, this is how easy this pie is. I crumbled up the Oreos to make the cookie crumble crust. Took the ice cream out of the freezer. Let it soften up a little bit. Put the ice cream in the pie dish. Level it out. Put the pie dish back in the freezer. And then, sit back, crack a beer, or crack some wine, and relax, just let it sit there, let it freeze up. It was pretty darn good. We took a nice holiday picture. You probably see it up there on Kelly's Facebook or Evan's Facebook, whatever. My Uncle Derek missed out on picture time because he wanted to leave early, but there's always next year. There's next year. And my dad's got his goats now, so he has goats. He has a whole menagerie now. He's got goats. He's got a cow. He's got a horse. He's got cat. He has 2 dogs. So that's like 6 animals right there. Two goats. There's 2 goats, so 7 animals. So he's got a whole menagerie. I don't think he's too thrilled about having these goats, but whatever. Oh, I love that Karya. She's so cute. We were watching we watched a rerun of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, and then we watched the National Dog Show. Well, we watched the National Dog Show, and then we watched the rerun of the parade, and the Radio City Rockettes come on, and they're doing their thing, and we're sitting there, and we're teaching Karya how to do the, the high step, we're all doing that. And then we get to the end, and I'm like, Karya, here's what you do. You gotta do jazz hands now. Jazz hands. And she goes, jazz hands. So I taught Karya how to do jazz hands. She'll thank me for that when she's up there on the Broadway doing the big number, like, the woo, the chorus line at Radio City Music Hall, She'll remember. I don't know if she'll remember I'll tell her about that story when she's older, and When she's a big old dancer, she'll know she'll thank Uncle Carrie. Anyway, so yeah, all right. Got to get to talking about Civil War and Apple Cup. Between Civil War is Oregon and Oregon State. Apple Cup is Washington State. Uh, they've been saying all week this week that Oregon and Oregon State is going to be a lopsided victory for whoever wins. Unfortunately, that you don't like to see that. You want to see, a little back and forth going on, but Oregon State, we just don't have the money. We don't have backing by Mr. Phil Knight. Uh, you know, but it's not our worst season ever. The worst season ever was like in 1980 something. Anyways, they had a whole write up on it in the Statesman Journal yesterday. I picked up a Statesman Journal yesterday, and it was this thick, like a brick. Of course, it's all half full of ads. There's probably about 2/3 of it that was only worth reading. But anyways, yeah, the Ducks. So the Beavers nor the Ducks have really done well this year. I mean, they're both in the top 25 right now. I think Oregon is 22 and Oregon State is number 18, I want to say. So it's not so bad. I mean, they're in the top 25. They're probably going to get a bowl game. But, I mean, when I say they're not doing well, I mean they're not in the top 10 or the top 4. They'd like to be in the top 4. But, so there's no playoff scenario on the line. So, but I might have a good time. I'm going to enjoy the game anyways, We were talking yesterday that Oregon fans are different from Oregon State fans. We were talking that Oregon fans are more of like bandwagon type of fans. There's fans that are Oregon fans that never went to Oregon, but they're going to be a dick and be a Duck fan and wear the colors and put it on their truck and their what have you. But they're like, we know Oregon State fans that actually went to Oregon State and they're, true blue, they bleed orange and black and they're so much nicer and not assholes or dicks. And so, anyways, I don't know. I've never met any Duck fan that is a dick. All the people that I've ever met that are Duck fans are great, We're just nice people. I think that we're just nice people out here in Oregon, and I know Oregon State fans that are nice people too, so, this is really, though, the only day that it matters who you like. The other 365, or 364, you can be a platypus, and it's okay to like Oregon. If they're on the national stage and they're doing well, it's okay. Cheer on your state. Be true blue. I wouldn't have said that like 4 or 5 years ago, but really, the only ones that I really like are it's okay to like Bill Bowerman, Phil Knight, and Steve Prefontaine. It's okay to like those guys, and I'm going to throw in Marcus Mariota. It's okay to like him, those guys. The first three, I say it's okay to like them because, I was a track athlete and a cross-country athlete, and Phil Knight and Bill Bowerman, they kind of co-founded Nike, started it, and Steve Prefontaine, he was like the cream of the crop in distance running back in the 70s, and so, anyways, yeah. The weekend before last, I went to the Comic-Con in Eugene, and we went to the track, and we went to Tracktown Pizza, and it was really great. I talked with my Uncle Jerry yesterday, and I talked with my Uncle Roger yesterday. I actually talked with my Uncle Roger and Aunt Jenny and Grandma Stella before my dad did. Anyways, this morning I talked with my cousin Courtney. Um, anyways, back to the Apple Cup. I don't really know too much about that. Uh, and I'm kind of on the fence on that one. I don't know about whether I want the Huskies or the Cougars. But should be interesting, should be fun. I think the Civil War is up there as like one of the longest running rivalries in college football. But anyways, should have a good time today. We'll see what happens. Haven't been able to use the Wi-Fi here in the hotel, so I'm looking to go to the library today and see if I can use their Wi-Fi. But anyways, yeah. Oh, and I gotta go down to the Barrel and Keg, because at the Barrel and Keg on the corner of Broadway and Market, this whole week they've had a thing with Civil War tap takeover. So all of the beers are from Corvallis and Eugene, and they're seeing which city will make the most money from their beer. So who has the best beer? So that'll be fun. Yeah, Christy Ann is going to move back to Las Vegas with Derek, and we'll see how that goes. Christy Ann says that they plan on coming out here to visit me the end of every month. So for like 2 weeks every month, they're going to be out here, which that sounds like a huge commitment. But, you know, if you get an airline ticket on Spirit Airlines, that's like, I guess like $100, only $100. And so he can do that. Derek can do that as much as he wants. I mean, he has disposable income. He's not filthy rich, but disposable income is pretty good. Because he works in heating and air conditioning, and in Las Vegas, you need a lot of that. So, anyways, I think I'm going to call that good. I hope y'all had a good Thanksgiving. And, I'll be posting the pictures from Wednesday and today and Thursday, so you get, because I won't be able to get to the library on Saturday. I won't be able to get back to the library probably until Monday. So, but as you can see, we got No Shave November still going on, and it's going pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how it's turned out, you know. Really nice and full, you know. So, yeah. Hey, if you haven't done so yet, get on the No Shave November page. The link is right there on my Facebook. Donate to No Shave November, a good cause for the fight against cancer and cancer research. Do that. So, yeah. We're gonna call it a day here. And before we call it a day, I got to play for you. Oh. Gotta play for you the Beaver fight song. We'll end it on a high note. Oh, tomorrow I'm gonna go to Antique Powerland because the Tractor Club has class on Saturday. So that'll be fun. But here we go. We're gonna end it with the Beaver fight song. OSU, 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 OSU. Go Beavs! Alright, so signing off. Just enjoy the games. And enjoy those Black Friday deals. Watch out for the TVs though, because you can get in trouble with those. Make sure you take a picture of the TV serial number, and if you do a search on it and only Black Friday deals come up, don't buy it, because it's a special Black Friday model. Might have less features. Anyways, that's all I gotta say.